morning from our Airbnb in Cartagena. It's been a week since we got the van and we're still here. Why aren't we in the van yet?
The van is not ready, unfortunately. It had a lot of finishing touches that would have disturbed our day-to-day life, so we have to fix those issues before we hit the road, and we decided not to have a miserable journey throughout and fix all these issues before we start exploring Colombia.
So for the past 1 week, that's what we've been doing. We've been in this Airbnb, working downstairs on our van, getting all the issues fixed that we had left over when we shipped the van over from Panama. It's almost ready. We're gonna head out tomorrow. But before we leave, I thought, why not go and be tourists for one last time in the old city, and that's what we're gonna do today. We are on a mission to take some beautiful photos, and we're gonna bring you along for that. And we're gonna go explore. The van is here, but we're not going to take it today because it's almost impossible to drive in the old town in this massive rig, so it's better suited for it to be safe and sound here. We'll take a cab instead and go explore on foot. The easiest way to get around this town is definitely taxis. Do not attempt to drive because the traffic is one of the craziest I've ever seen in this entire journey so far. I've had multiple mini heart attacks while driving here. This cab ride from our Airbnb to the whole center is costing us 15,000 Colombian pesos for USD. So it's not too bad. And the cool part is that you don't have to wait for an Uber. There are plenty of these guys available and they're usually pet friendly. They let everyone sit in the cab also.
Get some authentic Colombian coffee, and I'm going to take you to the oldest coffee shop established in 1970s. So these interesting looking monuments are all over Colombia. It's by an artist, Otero. It's called Monument de Otero, and the interesting fact is, I don't know if it's true, it is kind of a symbol of being a rebel, and this whole structure of voluptuous naked ladies straight in front of the church. So it's making a statement, but what they say is if you touch the kitties, it brings you good luck, but if you touch her butt, it brings you bad luck. So if you notice, people touch her tits all the time, and there's like all the colors are faded here because people really try to get some good luck here.
Muy bonito. The story behind these beautiful abuelitas we just saw. Abuelitas are grandmas, aunties. They're so cute. They're from a town called Palenque, as they were saying. They're a symbol of being the rebels that broke away from slavery in Cartagena. Essentially what they did was they wanted to break free and start making a way of living for themselves. And what they did back in the days was started selling fruits. They're still doing that at this point in time. When you come into this old fort, you'll see them all around selling fruit. But the main attraction for us as visitors now is that we get to take photos with their beautiful dresses, with their fruit baskets on their head. They get to show their traditions and cultures of where they came from with us, and we get to indulge in beautiful photos.
Another cool thing you'll observe in Cartagena, a lot of these ancient old gates have different symbols at the entrance. Every door handle, doorknob has a different meaning. It's a representative of what kind of family owns the home. So for example, a mermaid is a fisherman's home, a lion, which is royalty, one for sailors and one for like merchants. You can tell by what the family status is by these cool doorknobs.
What's your name, artist, sir?
Oscar.
Oscar, nice to meet you.
Picasso.
Thank you.
No Picasso.
No Picasso.
Miren las olas del mar.
I never leave a place without buying some earrings.
Those are really cool. Cute.
Cayute?
Cute. Bonito, amigo? Bonito?
Cuenta?
Of course. I've been walking around for about 2 hours now, an hour and a half, and it's just 10 a.m. and The sun is like
Killing us.
intense, very intense. Cartagena is a very, very, very humid town
Hot.
and very hot. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna walk around for a little bit more and then go get some brunch and then maybe come back in the evening when it's cooler. What's the plan next? Plan next is to go home and sit in AC until the sun goes slightly down so that we can explore further. We'll go to the fort.
In the evening, yeah.
Go to the fort in the evening. That's when I'm going to show you guys some epic drone shots of Cartagena. So yes, what I said.
Yeah. This might be the best French toast I've had in the entire trip.
We're going to head back to the Airbnb now because it's literally impossible to walk around and enjoy anything at this moment
Without fucking fainting.
without fainting, and like Everest will just become a hot dog. Gracias. AC. So this one bedroom apartment we're staying in is 50 Canadian per night. Pretty fairly priced for what you get in terms of space and the location. It's in a touristy spot next to a bunch of beaches that I can walk Everest down during the mornings and evenings when it's cooler. It's a tight squeeze.
Okay, round 2, we're here for the sunset. 10 minutes before it. Almost felt like we didn't make it, but we made it.
For our sunset mission, we have picked coming to the old fort wall. It's very crowded because it's the weekend, but that's all good. We're here to share the experience. Eris has run off like he owns this place. Wow! Everest's walk today is in a 15th century World Heritage Site. This is a damn lucky dog.
Right there, flying the drone. That's life of me, a creator's wife, enjoying the sunset alone because my husband wants to roll the sunset. That's good life I signed up for.
Haven't had mezcal since we left Mexico. This is gonna taste so good.
Cheers to being more grateful and more helpful and doing our best to help everyone.
That's all we can do in life. Just do our best. Whoa, 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 whoa. Mezcal is by far our favorite drink.
Oh my god.
By far the best drink on earth. Sad part is you just cannot find it that easily anywhere. We're in for a long night, I think. We have something exciting planned that we've been meaning to do since we got to Cartagena. I'm gonna try it out today.
We're having other bus finally.
We have found ourselves in the other side of the fort. for dinner. Arepas is a very traditional Colombian dish that we're gonna try for the first time. After that, we're gonna head dancing. You ready?
Camina. Rico, rico, rico. Y como dice mi coro que sigue ahí. Escucha mi salsa buena, abre la ventana. Escucha, ahora estamos ahora estamos gozando hasta la mañana. Melodía, melodía.
So how's your experience? First Salsa Club in Colombia.
Really lit. And I love that all the oldies are there to turn up.
Yeah, that was awesome. Like the vibe there was just incredible. Incredible vibe. Super retro, super old school, and not a lot of young people, like Sim was saying. A lot of oldies there, just there to enjoy some live music.
There was a really, really old auntie, like 80, 90-year-old at least.
Yeah.
She was grooving to the salsa. It's so amazing.
Yeah, the vibe in there was something magical. It felt like, I don't know, some other era.
Other era, like you,
Yeah.
it's like a time machine, that club.
Yeah, it was awesome. And the drinks were pretty solid too. I
Yeah.
mean, the mojito was
One is good for everyone.
exactly.
Okay, let's get back to our baby. Who's doing salsa at home?
Eris is
probably.
probably salsaing at home, waiting for us like, wow, what's going on? Eris, what's up, buddy? Okay, okay. Is he doing it? Are you doing it? Oh my god, you're doing it. You and your creepy teeth. Okay, that was seriously such an awesome day exploring the city of Cartagena. I would suggest if
2
you're coming to
days.
Cartagena, 2 days is more than enough to experience everything we did.
Unless you're
The
going to
past
the
couple of
islands.
days.
Yeah, unless you're going to the islands, you need one extra day. That's it.
Let's talk about budget for a second, how much we spent today. I think we spent on the higher end, so you can obviously adjust based on what your travel preferences.
Side note, also you need to understand Cartagena is one of the most expensive cities in Colombia.
What we spent today specifically was $50 for the Airbnb. The first brunch place we went to was $30. Coffee we had was around, I think, probably $5. For taxis and transportation, I would say $15 is what we spent today going back and forth between the Airbnbs. But of course,
4 times.
you can probably cut that out. Then we had drinks at the rooftop, which is mandatory if you're coming to Cartagena. You want to get a cool rooftop drink session. And then we had dinner, which is awesome. It was around $8. Went to Havana Music Club, which was around $40,000 pesos per person for the entrance,
Which is $10.
which is $10 each. Then we got 2 mojitos inside, which was 50,000 pesos, which is around
$12.
$12.
So
Okay, so do the math.
I
can do
can,
this
but we'll do the math and put a number
right now.
That's how much we spent on a weekend here, and that includes pretty much everything. And yes, Cartagena is expensive, so spend 2 days and that's it.
I hope you guys enjoyed exploring our first city in Colombia with us.
Time to sleep. Leave a
And-
comment, subscribe.
She's cutting me off, guys.
Sleep. The mojitos are kicking in and need to sleep.